Try this.
We're gonna prop it up with laundry pods.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi,
It's
we are.
been a hot sec.
It has. Star vlog number. Technically 5. We never really edited or put out number 4. We are
5.
doing a part 2, or an extended part 2 of the second Star vlog we ever made, which was a Q&A for freshers by freshers. We are no longer freshers.
But we're still smart.
Which one is this gonna be?
This one is gonna be about accommodation. Because
Accommodation.
we talked a little bit about it in our previous video.
But we have a lot. There's
More.
a lot more. All right.
Okay, so
First question.
accommodation.
Can you request a roommate as a freshman? Yes. On the accommodation form, there's a box that says, it doesn't say like roommate yes or no. It says, do you mind having a roommate? And
That
if you
means-
click yes, it's basically like they'll give you a roommate.
What are the pros and cons of single and shared room? We went over this in our first video, so if you want to know the answer to that, go watch that one.
It's
It's here.
here. Is it worth getting a roommate to get good accommodation like Sally's? So
First of all, Sally's is pretty.
it's really pretty and it's a good location, but like people's definitions of what good accommodation is varies depending on what they want. If your idea of good accommodation is having a double bed, your own room, and your own bathroom,
yeah.
Sally's is not good accommodation. You're gonna want to try to get ABH or DRA or Andrew Melville.
I think they're single. They
No,
have
they're like
single-
in the middle. They're actually in the middle of single and double,
Oh.
I think.
And also, getting a roommate, it's a commitment, you know? If you're wanting to get Sally's, like, you should really be thinking long and hard, like, if you actually do want a roommate. Does applying for accommodation before the deadline have any benefits?
No.
What accommodation are you most likely to get if you apply for standard catered?
Sally's, Macintosh, St. Regulus, University Hall, and John Burnett.
Yeah.
Those ones are only standard catered.
Yeah, all the halls provide catering.
So if you want your own bathroom, it has to be DRA or ABH.
Yeah. Is being catered or self-catered cheaper?
Being self-catered is cheaper. It depends on the hall.
Some halls are more expensive than others in general.
Yeah.
So
But self-catered, if you have the option, groceries are actually really cheap in the UK, which I wasn't expecting. But
what is regarded as the best accommodation? That's very subjective.
like we just said, it depends on what you're looking for. There's honestly no best or worst.
What accommodation is best for psychology students?
It really doesn't matter. Basically, there's no one good hall for like one particular subject. Like if you're only gonna do like science,
I'm not gonna be a doctor because I'm about to walk into my math exam and I studied for 30 minutes for it.
maybe one of the ones in the North Hall will be better. If you're only gonna do subjects like philosophy and anthropology that are only in town, maybe one of the ones in town is better, but like you shouldn't make a decision on which hall you want based on like your subject. I think that's pretty ridiculous.
Stop! This is ridiculous. Stop! This is ridiculous. Stop!
When do we move in? Usually people move in like
The Saturday of freshers. It
Yeah.
depends every year. I think we got an email saying that the academic year was going to start on September 14th. If that's a Saturday, then that's when you'll move in. How does moving in work? You show up to your hall and there's a billion other people moving in, and they'll, it'll be organized, like there'll be tables organized by like what letter your last name starts with, and they'll give you either your room key or your matric card depending on which hall, and then you'll go up and you'll just move your stuff in.
Yeah. Is it hard to find a flat after first year?
Yes.
Yes.
It's really small.
Yeah, there's a
so-
very specific like there's a lot of people asking for the same flats.
Yeah, so your best bet is asking older students who are moving out of their flats that you might meet. If
Make friends
they
with
can-
your
with older students. They recommend you. It'll be easier for you to get a flat.
Yeah. That's it.
For
Okay.
accommodation.
So that's all for accommodation, really.
Yes.
We both lived in ABH last year.
And I really liked it. I thought
me
it was
too.
great. If we can end with like a little word of advice, just like your university experience in first year is not going to be affected by what hall you live in. As in like whether it's going to be good or bad. There's no hall that's going to give you a terrible university experience, and there's no hall that's going to give you like the best one possible. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for
more.
more.
We're gonna make like a lot more of these because you guys asked a
Lot of
huge amount of questions.
We're gonna do one about academics. We'll do one about nightlife, social life, and events are all gonna be in one. And then we'll have clubs and sports and societies in another one, and then like a miscellaneous one.
Academics, what you said that already. If you have any other questions, comment them down below. If you want us to do a specific one next, let us know.
If you have any other ideas for like categories we could do,
let us know. We have nothing to do during quarantine, so
oh god, a bug just went to my room.
is it? I think it's just a fly.
It's fine.